everyone. We'll start the session now. The last session, just I given the overview on software testing, the course content which I explained to you, right? Course content. So in this course, what are the concepts we are going to cover? I explained. So first module where we are going to discuss about this is automation testing. This is the course content. First module, I said that we go for the now, Sima, the what I explained yesterday, the course content, first module, we are going to discuss about the manual testing portion. So after the manual testing, then we discuss about the automation tools. Automation tools. So 1 or 2 days for the Jira. Then we have the Selenium, which we are going to discuss about the. So 35 to 40 days, we are going to discuss about the Selenium tool. So which is a functionality testing tool where we have the CoreJava, Selenium WebDriver concepts we are going to cover in that. Okay. Now, today, what we are going to discuss here is introduction to the software testing. We are going to see the first concept, introduction to software testing. So in this introduction to software testing, what are the concepts we are going to cover? What topics we are going to discuss under this introduction to software testing? It is the first chapter we have. There I will going to explain to you what is software testing. What is software testing? What are the advantages of software testing? Advantages of software testing. Then difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. Difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. Then some of the major activities in software company, such as coding, testing, defect reporting, debugging, bug fixing. After this, we discuss about the types of software testing, such as what is manual testing, what is an automation testing. These are the concepts we are going to discuss. Once you understand this, all the concepts, finally, you are able to know if you want to get a job as a test engineer. If you want to get a job as a test engineer, what type of skill set required for you? That knowledge are going to get it is required skill set for QA tester. Okay. Now let us see one simple example I will take. This is the software I'm talking about. ICICIbank.com. If you consider ICICIbank.com. Now for this software, assume that developed by some software company or not company, software company. Assume that it is a Infosys company developed. Infosys company developed this. Infosys. Okay. But here, the software developed for whom it is? In the software company, who is responsible to develop this kind of software? But developers are not. Yeah. Development team is responsible to develop this kind of software. Development team. What is the activity they are going to develop this software? They do coding. They do coding. By doing coding, right? Now, code. Understand coding. Now, Infosys company, assuming that some company, I'm taking example, Infosys company. In that company, development team, where they do coding in order to develop the software. This is the one where they develop. There is output. This is the one is output. Just understand my here. Output. But here, in order to develop this ICICIbank.com application, this development team need what purpose this software is required, what type of transactions so client want to do in this application. So here, for this ICICI application, who is client? That means to whom it is developed. The Infosys company, to whom it is developed? ICICI. What is the business? Which business purpose this application? The business area in IT industry we call as domain. We are going to call the business area we call as domain. Domain we are going to call. What is the domain here? Bank. Client is ICICI. The domain, which is business purpose, banking business purpose. So here, some operations they will do or not. The business requirements. What is that? Business requirements. What are the business requirements are there here? Create new customer. We can go for the fund transfer. We can go for the bill payment. we can go for the login, log out, view account summary. So these are the different kind of transactions are there. Okay, now client where they have their business requirements. These are the business requirements or first this company is going to collect. The company is going to collect the requirements. The inputs we are going to call inputs. IP means inputs it is. These are the inputs for this Infosys company. Based on that, the development team will do the coding. So once coding is done, what is the output here? Software, ICICI.com application. Now tell me what you are going to think. This application, once they developed, will be delivered to the client or testing is required. Just use your chat box, say yes or no. Testing is required or not after the software is developed. Testing is required. Yes. Okay. Now testing is required. So what they do after the software developed, that will be given to the separate testing team. In present, every organization is going to maintain the separate testing team. Separate testing team. Where this testing team has to go for the testing. They have to go for testing it is. Everything is working fine. Everything is working fine. Then only we deliver the software to the client. Client when software is fine. If it is working fine, then we have to deliver software to the client. This is the process. Now, the intention here, what we have to know when this testing is coming. That is the important point. I want to explain. I want to give the clarity to you. Once software application is developed, so then only we involve to test the software. We involve to test the software. Sir, what best we will going to do the testing? So we do testing here. Whatever business requirements are there, those we are going to do the review first. We have to go for the review. What? We have to do review. Let me study those documents. Study those documents. Review on the documents. Whatever documents are given, we have to go for the review on that first. After review on the requirement documents, then we have to prepare to test the application. What are the things we have to identify? Test scenarios. Then we have to prepare test cases. We have to prepare the test cases. Also, identify test scenarios, prepare test cases as per the client requirements. Then we have to go for testing it is. Suppose you got any problem while testing. If any problems are identified in the software, we have to report to the developers. Okay. So, but understand my here, whichever testing we do as a testing unit, that is once application developed, before going to deliver the application to the client, so where we go for testing it is. This is software testing. Now, what we are doing here, software testing, test the developed software as per your client business requirements. What is the intention here? To confirm whatever requirements are given by the client, all these requirements are fulfilled or not in the developed software. Whatever requirements are given by the client, all the requirements are fulfilled or not in the developed software. Further, we go for the testing here. So, how do you say about the software testing? Understand? Software testing, different ways we can say it is. The first thing, software testing, in simple we can say, it is a combination of verification and validation. Software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Software testing is a combination of verification and validation. Next, or we can say software testing performed to ensure client business requirements. Software testing performed to ensure client business requirements in developed software. In developed software, that means whichever requirements are given by the client, all those requirements are fulfilled or not in the application. We have to go for the this kind of testing. Or in other words, in simple, we can say software testing is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. Software testing is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. Developed software, right? Developed software, what I'm saying it is. Software testing is a combination of verification and validation, or software testing performed to ensure client business requirements in developed software. Or we can say software testing is a process used to identify correctness, completeness, and to measure quality of developed software. Like this. Now, So what is this correctness, completeness, and quality? Try to understand, very simple. So among these three, which one we have to use in the interview's point of time? That is also you may have a doubt. Now, based on your experience, you are the fresher in interview point of time. Try to say first one because it says that you know testing vocabulary. It says that you know testing vocabulary. Or some experienced person, like 3 to 5 years of experience, are showing if they ask that. So in simple, we can say that software testing performed to ensure client business requirements in developed software. Right. Okay. Now I will take one simple example here. So this is software or not? Calculator is the software or not? Yes, it is, right? Now, what is the purpose of the calculator? To perform different kind of arithmetic operations. To perform different kind of arithmetic operations, right? Now, sir, what is the meaning of correctness? Correctness means here in this calculator, what are the components are implemented? This all the components are working properly or not. All these components are working properly or not. We have to check it is. That is what the correctness. Suppose I enter the value like this. If I click on the C, what is my expectation here? If I click on the C, so one by one digit should be cleared or everything should be cleared. You should have some expectation it is. That is an important one. Definitely. So when you click on the C, everything should be clear, zero should be displayed. That is the expectation. Right now. If suppose you click on the back, means only one by one digit has to be clear. Now I want to check C button is working properly or not. How do you check it is? I am going to click on C button. Yes, zero display. That means C button is working fine. Now I go for the 456. If I click on the back, one by one digit only should be cleared. Is it cleared or not? Yes, cleared. Yes, like this. So working fine. So this multiplier is working properly or not? Operate and see it is like this. That is the correctness. Completeness means if suppose here I have the purposes to perform the calculator. Now assume the developer is not given the plus operator, not implemented in this calculator. Okay. Now, if it is not given, it is incomplete calculator. We have to see that what are the transactions are required. Everything is implemented or not. That is what the completeness. Now see, correctness means check that implemented components implemented components or features are working as per our expectations or not. Whenever we do testing like this we are going to call so validation activity. This is called validation activity. I'm not saying the technical definition at what is validation. I'm trying to explain to you what is the validation means. So check everything which are implemented. Those are working as per expectations or not. As per expectations or not. We have to check. Completeness means check that all the client business needs or business requirements are covered in developed software. That means what are the transactions where client want to do? To do this kind of transactions, the features are implemented or not. That is comes under a verification activity. What are the features are required? Those are implemented or not? That those are implemented or not? So completeness. Those are working properly or not? Correctness. So in simple, that is what we are going to call verification and validation. Okay. The next I used here, quality software. See, there is no particular metrics to say about the quality software. There is no particular metrics to say about the quality software. Then, how do you define the quality software? How do you define the quality software? In general, ma'am, if you go for the software, two persons perspective we have to consider. One is called producer. One is called producer. Other one is called end user. Producer and end user. So producer means here the team which is involved develop software. End user means the person who will use software in their business. The person who will use software in their business is the end user we are going to call. Producer team which is involved to develop software. End user means the person who will use software in their business. These two persons perspective, how do you define quality software? Now, Sim, from producer point of view, when application fulfilled with all the client requirements, when application fulfilled with all the client requirements, and end user point of view, when application fit for use, able to do all the transactions, then it is considered as quality software. Understand? Suppose client given 100 requirements to develop the software. Make sure the 100 requirements should be implemented. 100 requirements should be implemented. Okay. Then end user. Suppose end user means for Zoom online meeting, I am the end user. You also comes as an end user for the Zoom online meeting because we are using this Zoom software in our work. Okay. Now that's what saying that from producer point of view, when application fulfilled with all the client requirements, and end user point of view, when application fit for use, then it is considered as quality software. Okay. Now, however, some major factors will be considered in quality software. So what are the major factors will be considered in quality software? First one is budget. In general, when we are going to start developing the software, there will be some agreements with the client. How much cost we will take to develop the software. Make sure we have to develop the software within that specified cost it is. Second thing, in-time release. If suppose within client expecting the project within 8 months of time, make sure we should deliver the software within 8 months it is. Then reliability. What is that reliability means? It should meet client requirements. It should meet client requirements in terms of functionalities. It should meet client expectations in terms of performance. That means must speed, how quickly it is response. Once you click the link, how much time application is taking to load that page. So memory, how much memory is available, security, compatibility, can I use the application on different browsers? How the is it easy to operate application, the usability, how the background color, font size, font style, user interface, these are the things will be considered. Okay. See, the what are the major factors depends on quality software is budget, time, reliability. Budget means within the specified cost we have to develop. Time means within the specified time we should deliver the software. Reliability means it should meet whatever business requirements are given. Those should be covered in terms of functionality and it should match expectations like speed of the process or user interface, usability, security, like this. In this here, first two comes under non-technical factors, budget and time. These both are non-technical factors. Both are non-technical factors. So generally, who is the responsible to check these two factors? Means our project manager, project manager, or business analyst, who are the responsible to check these two factors: budget, time. Next, reliability is a technical factor. They are the technical factors. Generally, as a testing unit, QA tester also are going to go. QA tester, quality assurance tester. We do testing on this to confirm. So while testing, those things we have to check and we have to verify. Testing time, those are the things we are going to check. The reliability. Okay. Okay. Simple understandability purpose, I give an example. So if I go for the Gmail application, Yahoo Mail application, these two applications, what is the purpose? Mail communication purpose, names say Gmail, Yahoo Mail. Same way, so if I go for the ICICIbank.com, what is in this name is there, no? So client to whom this software is developed, ICICI. What is the business purpose? That is a banking purpose. The name is saying that. HDFCbank.com. Who is to whom it is developed HDFC? For what business purpose? Banking business transactions. That's the naming convention will be given. Okay. Same way here, Gmail, mail communication for the domain, Yahoo Mail. Now, most of us, we are going to prefer, which mail ID we are going to prefer? Gmail we are going to prefer. Why do you prefer the Gmail? Because your friend is used, so we are using the Gmail. No, no. So because, so Gmail have the better quality than Yahoo Mail. That's the reason we prefer Gmail. See, generally, some other applications, if you want to go for the registration process, if there is a field called mail ID, that majority of the applications will go into consider only Gmail ID. If you give the Yahoo mail ID, it won't accept. There is one online meeting application like GoToMeeting, like Zoom application. There is a GoToMeeting. It is also going to ask the mail ID. If you give the Gmail ID, it will accept. Other mail IDs will not accept because they also believe that Gmail have the high security. See, like that. So now, when you compare to the Gmail and Yahoo Mail, so definitely most of us are going to prefer the Gmail. The internal reason is Gmail have the better quality than Yahoo Mail. Okay. Now we'll see similarities when you compare to the Gmail and Yahoo Mail. Similarities in terms of what? Transactions or business requirements or functionalities. Transactions or business requirements or functionalities. Like this, creating account, login, compose mail, send a mail, delete mail, log out. This both applications we can do this kind of transactions. This kind of transactions. Then where the differences are there, there is expectations here, like speed, the quick response. So Gmail have the more memory compared to the Yahoo Mail. High security, Gmail, more compatibility, more user interface, the better user interface, appearance of the application, more easy to operate the application, Gmail. These are the factors will be considered in quality. That is what I said here. Budget time, okay. Reliability means these are the factors you have to consider. Okay. Now, sir, if I go for software testing, what are the advantages are there? If I go for software testing, what are the advantages are there? Advantage software testing is software testing will help to deliver the reliable software or reliable software to the customer. That means the right product we can able to deliver to the customer. Software testing will help to deliver a reliable product. Without testing, how do you say, how do you confirm whether you are giving the right software or not? Testing will help. Second thing, it will help to stay in the business. It will help to stay in business. In software company point of view, it will help to stay in the business. Then it will improve the quality of the software by resolving the defects in application. The problems are there, those are rectified. Okay. It will improve the quality of the software by resolving defects in application. Then it will help to deliver bug-free software to the customer. It will help to deliver bug-free software to the customer. These are the advantages are there if you go for software testing. Okay. Now, what is software testing? Then advantages of software testing. Okay, next. What is the difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure? The difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. Very commonly asked important question interviews point of time. There's a very slight difference is there. To understand it is. First one, my error. Error means it is a human mistake, which is identified in source code. That is the program's level of the application that we are going to call error. We are going to call. It is a human mistake, which is identified in source code. That is the program's level of the application. Example like a syntax error and a logical error. Sir, we are new to the programming side. What is the difference between syntax error, logical error? To understand it, I give a simple example here. The actual requirement is A plus B. First two numbers, I want to go for the addition. With that sum, I want to multiply the third value. I want to multiply third value. That is the requirement. When I ask the one developer written like this: A star B plus C is given. Another developer is given like this: A plus B star C they given. Now, first one where we are going to call logical error. Second one we are going to call the syntax error. Try to understand. The logical error means given instruction. This is the instruction. Given instruction is understandable. Given instruction is understandable, but a wrong output it will produce. Wrong output it will produce. Okay, that's a logical error. The syntax error means given instruction itself is not understandable. Given instruction itself is not understandable. That is, see, there is an open bracket. Where is end bracket? After A you want to take, after B or after C? Not clear. So this is comes under. So in this two, this is comes under syntax error. This is comes under logical error. The mistakes which you identify in programs level. But as a tester, you never go and test the program, right? Programs access also not given to the testing engineers. Okay. Next one more. Defect. We have the different kind of names for the defect. Defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. A defect can also called as an issue or incident or fault. So it is a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT. AUT means application under test, not in the code level. Defect is a deviation between expected to actual results in AUT, application under test. Sir, what is that? Try to understand my. Suppose here is the calculator, right? So this is the code we are not testing a defect AUT, application under test or system under test. What is that calculator? So which is scenario I want to test here? Multiplication. What is the expected output here? So what is the multiplication I want to do? Which component I want to multiply? What is the output? We have to know it is. That's the procedure I written. If I want to click on C, then I want to click on 9, click on plus, click on 5, click on equal to. If we do, the expected result will be, okay, 45. Now I'm going to the testing mark. So first I'm going to click on C, then click on 9, click on multiplier, click on 5, click on equal to. I got the 45. Now what is the actual result? Expect result 45. Test is passed. Otherwise, instead of 45, in this calculator I done multiplication, I got the 14. Okay. Now 14 if you got, there is a deviation. Status is failed. Then we can set defect it is. Multiplication functionality not working properly. That is a defect one we identify. Now similar way, if I go for the registration form, in this registration form, we have the various components. Now I'm not going to enter the first time only I'm going to enter. I enter the okay. Now I'm not enter this mandatory fields. If I click on submit, what happened? We're expecting error message. Okay, but successful registration operation. There's a defect it is, right? See, this is also a defect. So multiple function not working properly. That defect too, I said. Application allowing customer to register without entering data in mandatory fields. There's also a defect. See, as a test engineer, while doing testing here, what is your aim? What is your goal? The goal of QA tester is to identify defects in software. When those are resolved, then software quality improves. Then software quality improves. Then bug. So defects which you are once defects are identified, you are not going to solve it. Is you report to the developers. Defects which are accepted by the developers, the confirmed defects, those we are going to call bugs. We are going to call. You send 25 defects developer. Out of 25 defects, developer accepted 22. Those 22 we call as bugs. Okay, that's what bugs means. Confirmed or valid defects. Then failure. Whenever defects are reached to the end user, whenever defects are reached to the end user, then it is called failure software. Whenever defects are reached to the end user, then it is called failure software. Generally, one or two features are not working, we are not going to say failure software. The majority of the transactions were unable to do in the application. Then only it is called failure software. So more number of defects will cause the system failure. Sometimes, so without testing properly, we may deliver the application to customer. So more problems are going to get. In Play Store also, for same business purpose, there are a number of applications. But very few only got the popularity. Other things went wrong. It is we're not using that much. This is the reason why failure. Okay. So testing is not done properly. So what are the topics we covered today? What is software testing? The advantage of software testing, difference among the error, defect, bug, and failure. These are the things we discussed. Okay. Now, so I need to create the WhatsApp, not already created. Some of you already registered. Who are registered, those members can give the WhatsApp message to me so that I can able to create the one group for us. This is my WhatsApp number. Try to give the message to me who are registered so that I can able to share the note. Today, some of you given the message to me yesterday. I will create the group today. I will go to forward the notes. Daily 30 minutes you have to spend after the class to read the notes. That's what you have to do. That is mandatory. So you have, because who are the new to the IT, this vocabulary will little confusion to you. Subject is not confusion here. Vocabulary makes the confusion to overcome that. So you have to read minimum 30 minutes manual testing notes. So that makes easy to you. Okay. So any doubts are there, you can give the message to me here. So that is the class for us today. So what about tomorrow? Tomorrow is Sri Ram Navami, right? So Sri Ram Navami is the morning. At this time it's going to over, right? So tomorrow also we'll have the session. Tomorrow we'll have the session. Okay. Okay then. That's the class for us today. So tomorrow we'll continue the session. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
So is it clear? Many doubts are there for anyone? Okay then. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.